Several American lawmakers are starting to publicly grumble about President Trump's decision this week to direct the Pentagon to actually establish a military space force. Trump provided no details, no budget, no timetable during a speech, and establishing a sixth branch of the military is a major undertaking. It would definitely require lengthy congressional debate and approval. Lawmakers are skeptical. One senator from Florida said America faces serious international security challenges. Now is not the time to rip apart the Air Force. Here's what Trump had to say.
We are going to have the Air Force and we are going to have the Space Force, separate but equal.
President Trump says he's serious. The Pentagon right now drafting up the plans to split the space responsibility from the Air Force, give it instead to the Space Force. Joining me in studio, our I-24 News producer, culture contributor, Benji Schaan, who picked Spain in the World Cup pool. All right, so Trump says he's serious here. I'd imagine the idea of a Space Force immediately. This is like comedy gold for late-night talk show hosts.
I mean, it's just down to the name, the Space Force. Like, could that be more cinematic, more comedic? It's just, you can't make this stuff up. And that was something that was shared throughout the comedy world. Trevor Noah from The Daily Show seemed equally flabbergasted as I am and almost couldn't think of comedy to come up with. It was so crazy. Let's take a look at what he had to say.
The Space Force.
Space Force. I don't even know where to start, right? He just canceled military exercises on the Korean Peninsula because they were too expensive. Now he's literally blasting that money into space. The same guy.
The joke's right there. It doesn't even have to be a joke.
It doesn't even have to be a joke. It's one of those things where you just cut the clip, play it, and you've made a payday that day.
That being said, though, there are some more serious reactions on social media, some of them trying to point out the fact there's other more important stories, pressing stories.
Yeah, some people are worried that this could be a stunt to distract from some of the less good things that Trump is doing, according to these people. One person posted a tweet saying, yes, Space Force is funny, but let's not get distracted, showing a picture of a migrant child in distress, which is a major story right now. But obviously other people just want to laugh about the Space Force.
And Photoshop and all that
exactly.
stuff.
So you kind of have to do your best Trump voice for this one. So drawing a parallel between the Mexican border wall, one person wrote, "We will have a Space Force and the Martians will pay for it."
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good voice.
Thanks. It's not my best, but I'm working on it. And so obviously drawing just another crazy parallel. He said he'd build a border wall and the Mexicans were going to pay for it and the Martians are going to pay for Space Force. Also a question people are raising is who's going to lead the Space Force. One person predicted maybe next year's State of the Union with the regular Joint Chiefs of Staff there, and one addition, a cat astronaut. So
a cat astronaut there.
Could be the next leader of the Space Force.
We should point out, you picked out some of the funny ones. You went through them with Gabby Briner, our senior producer, but this is blowing up. So you could have chosen from 100 other ones if you wanted to.
But a lot of them really drew on similar themes, especially like sci-fi themes. For instance, this next one is a very elaborate fake movie poster with the entire first family.
That took a lot of work, I bet.
It did, and this Twitter user said that. They said, I took a lot of time out of my day to make this, but it was worth it. They're not upset about this.
All right, very good.